is the Alabama Shakes. Woo! Yay! Awesome! We love you.
Aw, you sweet.
She's got such a sweet aura about her. Man, you just got to hug her and want to make her biscuits. Welcome to the Zoo Lounge. It's a Brittany and Heath.
Yep.
And so your guys' set just rocked, everybody informed me. So, so I saw you on an interview the other day on NME.com, and you were wearing a Callahan's shirt.
Was that me wearing a Callahan?
I think it was one of you guys is wearing a Callahan's.
We all have them. It could have been.
Okay.
I think it might have been Steve doing the wearing the Callahan shirt.
Steve and Zach like to wear the Callahan shirts more frequently, I think, than we do.
Oh,
Zach's rocking one today, actually.
Yeah.
JT would love that. There you go, JT.
Callahan's is great.
JT.
I missed that show. My kid was sick, and I'm like, I really want to see this band. But so I mean, you guys have gone from like Callahan's to big stages in really short amount of time. It seems like to me, anyway. How long have you been together?
3 years.
3 years. Okay, so it's not been that short a time.
It's not, and you know, but and previous to this, we all had like our own kind of musical endeavors. You know, we were all in bands and stuff like that. And you know, it's actually really incredible to play someplace like the Hangout because I've always wanted to go to someplace like this. So it's kind of weird being an act at it. I mean, I'm here.
Are you staying the whole weekend, or you get to spend some time to watch some acts?
No, we're not going to get to stay the whole weekend. We actually have we're going to drive all the way up to Asheville, North Carolina, and we're going to play the Orange Peel with Jack White tomorrow. So we'll be pulling out pretty early.
That's funny that you mentioned Jack White. The first time I heard your record, my very first thought is, man, I'll bet Jack White would love to produce this band. And I said something to Rick Brewer about it, and he mentioned, funny you should say that. He produced one song for you guys, didn't he? Or did you work with him in some way in the past?
Well, what we did was last September we played for the Soundland Music Festival in Nashville, and we played at Third Man Records at the venue there, and they recorded the whole set and released 2 songs from that set on vinyl 7-inch. So that was the extent of it. You know, we just picked the 2 we wanted released, and they mixed them and put them out.
Now, did you see the 7-inch vinyl? Hey, that's like a Jack White invention, isn't it? Like some kind of, I remember reading about it. Like it goes really fast and goes really slow or something. I can't remember. I thought it was an April Fool's joke, honestly.
He's a mad scientist of all sorts, so there's no telling what he's got going.
Yeah, you know, I was so hoping to meet him because I've got so many great ideas. Great ideas. So that's got to be pretty cool to be working with Jack White, though. I mean, is he like hands-on, one-on-one? Is he buying you elephant stuffed heads?
I'd say he's really focused, and he's very, very nice, very kind, and very accommodating to us, and he's really focused on what he's doing, and I think he's trying to put on the best show possible. And that's one thing I've learned since we've been on tour with him is just like, you know, he's focused on the show this night, and he does everything in his power to make it the best he can.
And does that rub off on you, or are you already focused?
We like I'd say we are, but then like one thing I always say, there's always room for improvement. I mean, if you think you're the best at something, well, you got something coming. That's usually how.
You're focused when you're on stage, and you're going to South Carolina. We're going to get to see you at Bonnaroo for sure. One thing I noticed about listening to your record, and I'm wondering kind of if other people caught on to it because you're from the South, and there's certain phrases that are used down here and certain lifestyle things that people just don't use, like "bless your heart."
Bless your heart.
I've heard it several times on your record. Has anybody caught that oh, that's that cute Southern colloquialism that's not really a nice thing to say? Or that's what I've heard, that when women say "bless your heart," they're really down here in Mobile anyway.
It's a double-edged sword. I mean, sometimes you say, "Oh, bless your heart," and like, I'm really sorry. And then sometimes you say, "Bless her heart." You know, like she needs to go home and quit drinking. Like, it could be either one of those things. And, I think a lot of people get it. They know where it's from. Nobody really has to ask.
Okay. Now, what kind of guitar do you use? And
well, usually an Epiphone Sheraton. It broke, and the people at Gibson were kind enough to loan me a Gibson.
Which do you like better? Well, you got to say Gibson if they loaned it to you, don't you?
I don't know. I think I like the Epiphone better, honestly.
Is it like one of those really, because your guitar, I don't know, it just sounds really like the acoustics on it just sound really nice.
Yeah. Well, I think more than anything that I love that amp I have. That's my best friend. It's we were in Europe for 3 weeks and had the backline gear, so I was without that amp for a while. It feels good to be home and have my buddy back.
Now, how does it feel that, speaking of Europe, you guys have been in Europe and everybody is just raving so much. I mean, even what's his name, Randall or Russell Crowe?
Randall.
The Gladiator.
Did you get to meet the Gladiator?
We have not met the Gladiator.
He was tweeting about how great you guys sound and everything. That's crazy.
Awesome. I really like this movie, The Gladiator. So the love is mutual.
You never heard his band?
I've heard he has a band. I haven't heard the actual music yet.
It's pretty interesting. I can understand why he likes y'all because it's kind
Yeah.
of got that southern country sound, trying to be southern country, but not. So how has that been? Has it been like a whirlwind for you to like just take on all this, or Brittany? How are you doing your makeup? You having makeup people do your makeup, or?
I do my makeup when and where I can. I don't even know if I'm wearing makeup right now, honestly.
Use a little lipstick. I got some you can use.
It's all right. I mean, if you think so, like, ouch.
I know, I need it. I think it's rubbed off on the tequila.
I ain't sweating it. It's a Hangout festival. It's like 100 degrees outside. I'm about to jump in the ocean. It's going to be okay.
It's all good. So Alabama Shakes live on 92 Zoo. Now, do you have any favorite songs on your record?
My favorite song on the record is probably Rise to the Sun.
Oh, I like that song.
Yeah, I think mine's I Ain't the Same. That one
That
does something.
Mm-hmm. That one does. Well, I didn't have that one queued up. I was going to a party.
You're going to a party?
Oh, that's the one I like. That and the Hang Loose. It's Alabama Shakes. Live in the 92 Zoo Lounge. And I had another question for you. Oh, I know what it was. If the Civil War were to break out today, who do you think would win?
What are the circumstances? Why are we fighting civilly?
Well, I don't know. 'Cause it seems like there's civil wars going on everywhere. It's like, you got the rich against the poor. You got the technos against the non-technos, the Twitter versus the Facebook. They're everywhere. I was...
Those aren't real problems.
Yeah, you're right. What are some of the bands that really influence you heavily for your because you've got so many different sounds and your vocals just range so far.
Yeah, I got a lot of favorite singers. Like Bon Scott is one of my favorite singers.
I love him. A
Yeah.
whole lot of roses.
Yeah, he's sick.
Oh, that'd be cool if you guys covered that.
And I say again.
That would be cool if you guys covered that. A whole lot of roses.
We used to cover the Rocker and let there be rock.
Nice. And tragically, you can't see him live though.
No, it's unfortunate. But like him and I got a lot of respect for Tina Turner. She's still on top of her game. Sharon Jones, I love Sharon because she's like watching a fireworks show or something. Watching her live, it's incredible. And when I first watched it for the first time, I was just like knocked on my ass. It's like amazing.
Really, that's Sharon Jones with the Dap Kings, or?
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
She's great vocalists all around there. Hey, yeah, that's what I was when I heard your record. I was, wow, Aretha Franklin. Better watch out. There'd be a nice duo between you two.
She'd take me to cleaners for real.
I think she would love you. How about you? Who are some of the artists you're influenced by, Heath?
Oh, I don't know. Rolling Stones.
Who were your parents playing the most when you were growing up?
My parents. It was a lot. My mom was playing a lot of oldies stuff, but also playing a lot of top 40. Everything from Temptations to Ace of Base. Back in the 90s. But my dad, he was always like classic rock and kind of country. A lot of country music.
Do those influences ever come through on your? I can hear a little bit of all those, and I hear a lot of Stevie Ray Vaughan. Actually.
Stevie Ray Vaughan? I don't know. I'm not.
I don't know. That's why I was asking what kind of guitar it was, because
Somebody told us when
just the sound.
we played in Chicago at this club called the Hideout, and some guy was so excited after the show. He told Zach, he's like, "Man, I thought Stevie Ray Vaughan was going to fall through the ceiling." We don't know what that means, but we assume it's good.
It is very good. It's very good. Okay. It's the Alabama Shakes on 92 Zoo Radio. And, since you're an Alabama girl, I can ask you this. What's your favorite flower?
Honeysuckle.
Okay. Just wanted to know. How about you? You got one?
Flower? I like roses.
A rose man and a
I don't
honeysuckle
know.
girl. There's your combination. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide.
Thanks a lot. It's the Alabama Shakes with Brittany and Heath at Live 92 Zoo, live at Hangout Fest, and we'll be going to a party and hanging loose. And actually, we'll just hang loose now. It's the Alabama Shakes from the new album, Boys and Girls Go Get It. You will not regret it. It is excellent. On 92 Zoo.
Yeah. You got